Hello, my gorgeous ones. Welcome to Alicia Budget Beauty. My name is Alicia. Here on my channel, I love all things affordable fashion and beauty. I do hauls, tutorials, reviews, all sorts of fun stuff. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, stick around, be a friend. All right, you guys, we have the brand new palette from Wicked Widow Beauty. I am so excited. It is the Resurrection palette, and it is absolutely stunning. So if you want to see it up close and personal and see some looks with it and hear all my thoughts, keep on watching. All right, you guys, here is the gorgeous outer packaging. I just think this is stunning when you have these cathedrals with the stained glass type of window. I love this. It's so like exquisitely crafted in my opinion. You have a little bit of a raised texture here. I think that this concept is so beautiful. And then, man, this color story inside is so gorgeous. So I had this on my palettes that I would purchase or not purchase and why. And I said if I wasn't getting this in PR, I would be purchasing this. This is $78, 24 shades. You do have 10 multi-duochromes in here, plus shimmers and mattes. And I'm gonna really test this out and see if I think it's worth that price tag, because I know a few of you had voiced some concerns with the price. I'm telling you right now though, the pan sizes are pretty big. It looks like it's gonna be gorgeous. You think about what Adept prices their palettes for, Inslee Rain. I mean, those are much, much higher than this. So, but I'm still gonna use, you know, a critical eye with this, really think about it before I tell you should run out and buy it. But just at first glance, you guys, this is so beautiful. I'm digging this color story. And I wanted to actually compare it real quick because I first thought of my Primal palette by Blend Bunny, and I do think that they are pretty different. So let me just hold them up side by side and show you guys. Now this is the most similar I have in my collection to this one, but when I really look at them, the tones are very different in here. You might have a few that are sort of close to each other. I mean, this one does have, you know, a black matte, and so does this. This is more primary colors. I mean, the name is Primal. Yes, it's supposed to be like primal animal, but also it's like primary type of colors. And this one's a little bit more grungy, a little bit more cool tone. You do have some cool tones over here, but they aren't duplicated in this palette. So it's a similar concept, but you're not gonna have duplicates. You're not gonna have dupes. So I just wanted to pull that out because that was the first one that I thought, that looks familiar. All right, you guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dig in with this first look. Okay, so my plan is to do 4 looks. That's my hope, to get 4 looks in. Oh, by the way, I'm going in with Heavenly Realm, this matte, this green matte right here. So I've got a doctor's appointment today. I was like, well, dang it, I'm not gonna do my 2 looks. I really love to be able to do a look on each eye with these palettes, especially with more shades like this, like 24 shades, because I want to get in as many looks as possible. And that's the easiest way to get in multiple looks. But I'm not going to go, this is my first time going to this doctor. I haven't actually been to the doctor in years, which is not advisable for, you know, once you get into your 30s and 40s, you should be going to the doctor. But I finally have a doctor, and I'm not gonna go in with like one green eye, one blue eye. So today I'm just gonna go in with this kind of like the grungy quad down here. This like really caught my eye when I first saw this palette reveal. I was like, oh, that quad is gorgeous. So we're gonna kind of go in with that. I might pull in a different color too, but I feel like this is wearable enough to go to the doctor. And then tomorrow, hopefully I can do one on each eye, maybe do the more kind of smoky, dark glam, the blues, the purple, those deep shades on the right. And then my plan is maybe to do a Christmassy sort of look, maybe with the red and the green, maybe even for my 4th look. Okay, now I'm going in with the yellow Reminiscence. Those look really cool blended together. Blended together, it definitely makes the yellow more of that kind of mustard yellow, but on its own, it's a pretty bright, almost a neon yellow, but blended, it kind of gets that mustard shade. Okay, I'm loving that green. That green is such an awesome, you guys have heard me say it before, a pukey green. I love a pukey green. Okay, now I'm gonna take Sanctuary, which is this kind of more Everest sort of green, with this real small brush, and just get that into the crease, just to deepen that up some. So this is definitely a little bit different of a tone of green from the other. The other is more of a grungy green. This is more of just that forest Everest sort of green. Okay, I'm liking how that looks. And I think I'm actually gonna take Crypt, which is this gray. I am so excited to see a true gray matte in this palette because I love gray. I love a gray matte, and I think it is very, very underused. And this is a true gray. This is a gray that is not pulling blue on me, which is very hard to find for me. If you saw my Natasha Denona Xenon, you know that pulled completely blue on me. And I mentioned that many grays do pull blue. And this is pulling true gray. That is so exciting. So exciting, a true gray. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I think now I need to, okay, so here is Temptation. So pretty. Here is Ornate. Oh, Ornate is so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do Temptation first. Gorgeous. Ooh, okay. You get a kind of green gold shift. Super pretty. Very smooth in texture too. Okay, Ornate. Ornate is so bright. That is super pretty. I love that. Okay, let's see. Do I want to pop something in the inner corner? Here's what we're looking like. I could take Ornate again. Halo, what is Halo? Okay, Halo looks fun. Halo is this, I have a feeling, okay, yeah, this is like an icy kind of blue topper, but I think it might look fun in this inner corner. Yeah, I like that. Even though it's blue, I thought maybe laid down next to green, it kind of picks up a little green. It's really cloudy today, so I don't know that the light is really showing it very well, but it does, it picks up kind of a green tint laid down next to a green. But laid to the blue, next to a blue or purple, it would probably pick up some of that as well. But I like that. Okay, let me put on the lashes and lip and be right back with look number 1. Okay, so lashes are on. And you know, I think I was wrong. I think that shimmer in the inner corner leans more green than blue, but I think it will definitely pick up blue. I went in other light and thought, oh no, this is more green. You guys, this is so pretty. So let me do a little rundown of the shades I used real quick. So I used all 4 of these in this corner. I used Sanctuary, I used Halo, and I used Crypt. So we have used 7 shades for this look. You guys, this is pretty. Like the mattes, so good, special shades, so good. So look number 1. And then tomorrow we will do 2 more looks. All right, you guys, day number 2, I'm super excited to dig in. So we are going with the darker glam shade. So I'm gonna start with kind of the purpley side and then more of the blue side on this side and then smoke them out. So let's go in with Chapel. And Chapel is the deeper matte purple. Ooh, it's a very deep purple. A little bit deeper than it appears in the pan. But you know what? I like that we always have Divine Light, this kind of bone cream shade in here. So anything that we want to make lighter, we can with that. I don't know that I will do that, but I like having the option. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with Belief, the lighter purple. I've been really eyeing this purple. I just think it looks so pretty. Ooh, that is pretty. I love me a lavender purple. Those are blending together very nicely. We all know purples can be tricky sometimes, but these 2 in particular, I feel like they just blend nicely together tone-wise, because that first one is like just a really deep, dark, cool-toned purple, and then we have this lighter one, so we don't have that like royal purple that is more kind of a primary color purple that can sometimes just be patchier and more difficult to blend. Yeah, these look really, really nice together. You almost get a gray tone where they meet. Okay, I kind of just want to see, dipping into that Divine Light, this bone color, kind of what that does. Oh yeah, I can tell if you blended this into any of the more colorful matte shades, it would just create such a pretty diffused shade of the one that you're blending it with. So I'm going back in with the Belief, kind of blending it into the Divine. So it kind of just helps with that gradient. Okay, next I think I'm gonna go in, let's see, do I wanna go in with Crypt, the gray or the black? I think I'm gonna go in with Crypt, the gray, with this smaller brush and blend into the crease. Kind of smoking this out. This Crypt legitimately may be my favorite gray in my collection, because like I said, I love a gray, and for me sometimes it's so hard to find a true gray. It either pulls blue, sometimes they don't stay as pigmented. You start putting them on and it just, turns real lightly diffused. But this is honestly, it is such a true deep gray. I love it. I love it for a smoky eye option because you don't always want to do a harsh black. But I really like this Crypt. Okay, now I think I'm gonna go into Center. That is the matte black here. And I think I just want to kind of blend this into this outer corner. I kind of want to change this shape out here. I'm not loving the shape that I created. I kind of want to make it a little more pointed instead of rounded. Okay, I like how smoky that is looking. So, okay, you guys, this adorned carving shade is so shifty. I'm thinking about putting that. Let's do it. We are going. Okay, that's awesome. That is so pretty. This is such a vampy look, but I also love how versatile, how different this look truly is from the look yesterday. I mean, couldn't be any more different. Okay, now I know I want to put ethereal in this look. Okay, so I think we are going to see how it works with a brush first. Nope, we need a finger. Nope, we need a finger. Okay, I've got my finger. I have noticed that this shade is a little bit softer pressed than the others. It kind of started to crumble on me before using the palette. And I think it's just really, really soft. That's different than I thought it was gonna be. It's really pretty. The shift in it, I thought it was a purple pink, but it's like a, what is in there? I can't tell. It's pretty. What is that? I'm trying to figure it out. It's definitely pink, but I can't figure out the shift necessarily. Maybe like a champagne? Okay, I was having to get all different kinds of angles. I don't know, I was expecting that. Okay, inner corner. We still have to do the bottom lash line. You know what, let's do bottom lash line first. I think I'm going to, okay, I think I'm gonna go back in with center, the black, just for this outer portion. And then I think I'm gonna make my way in with Chapel, that first purple. All right, we are really going goth glammed out. The hair, the earrings, the lace, but I'm trying to show you versatile, different types of styles and looks on my channel. Okay, oh man, what do we want to use? I hate to use Halo again, the same inner corner from yesterday, but I do think it would look really good with this look. I could add ethereal more. Okay, let's just try ethereal a little bit more to the inner corner. I don't know if it's so kind of chunkier and soft because it kind of broke up some, or if that's just the formula of this shade. And I don't mind it, it's just different kind of from the other ones. I think we need a little something more. You know what? I'm gonna take Mosaic, even though this is something I planned on using tomorrow in that look. This is kind of a little bit of the chunkier one too. Okay, let's just kind of make this a fiery inner corner. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay, that like oomphed. That really amped up. Oh, I like that. That is like a bright, kind of like a neon coral. Super cool. Okay, now I'm going to kind of mimic the same sort of look on this eye, but with the blues instead. So I'm going in with Growth. the deepest blue. That's kind of what I expected. Just like with the purple, this is like a deeper shade than it even appears in the pan. So this is like a really, really deep, deep, deep blue denim type of look. Like when you have a super dark denim, that type of shade. Okay, now I'm going to take Afterlife, the next blue shade, and blend those together. Ooh, I like this one. I love mid-tone, cool-toned colors. Like a mid-tone, cool-tone blue, green, purple. I just think they're so pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna take that Divine Light again, that bone shade, just like I did on that other side, and just kind of blend into that blue, make it almost like a pastel gradient. I think that blends so pretty together. I really, really like how these blues blend. I think they blend beautifully. Okay, now I'm just gonna copy again and take Crypt, the gray. We're just gonna do the exact same thing as far as deepening it up. So Crypt gray right here in the crease, and then the black to smoke it out. Look at that. That is so, I'm just marveling kind of at how these blues blend and putting that gray in there. This Divine Light is a lifesaver. It's almost like an eraser too. If you kind of have a mistake or it looks a little muddy, then this is such a good shade to have. Okay, we are all smoked out like this side. And okay, this is going to be the fun part. We have Serenity. So pretty. It's like almost glowing. And then we have Immortal Rest. We also have Revenant. Okay, I think I'm gonna first go in with Serenity. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, hello, just cobalt blue, glowing, gorgeousness. Wow. Okay, yeah, it's got a purple, blue shiftiness in there. Hello, hello, gorgeous. Okay, then I think we are going to go, oops, I just stuck my finger in the wrong thing. Okay, yes, we're gonna go with Revenant. So pretty. I'm gonna like this side better, I think. I think. We love that, right? That looks really pretty. Okay, then I think we've got to go Immortal Rest, yes. All those shimmers look so pretty together. Oh yeah, I'm feeling this. I think I'm definitely feeling this eye a little bit more than this eye, but they're both really pretty. All right, you guys, I'm gonna put on the lashes and the lip and come back and wrap up talking about looks 2 and 3. Okay, you guys, the lashes are on. Here are the 2 looks. Okay, I really love these. I tell y'all all the time, dramatic looks just don't come together, so you have lashes and lip on, and now I think it looks awesome. But this blue eye, so good. So actually, I've used most of the shades in here now. The only ones that I have not used are Rebirth, ritual, devotion, shrine, and prayer. So I have 5 left to use. I guess I'll use those tomorrow and kind of come up with a sort of Christmassy looking look. But otherwise, I am digging these. Totally different than yesterday. So far, I'm loving that there's like a mermaid vibe going on here. And this eye is just kind of that dark glam. Yesterday was grunge, and then we're gonna get a Christmas look out of this. Super versatile so far. So let's get into look number 4. All right, you guys, it is time to do the final look. And yes, I already have lashes on. My angle's a little bit weird. I'm wearing tall heels, so I have to elevate it. But I'm actually going to my daughter's Thanksgiving lunch today. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna squeeze this in or not, but I am squeezing it in. So I do already have some lashes on, and we're gonna work around that. And we are gonna create this final look. So I'm gonna put Rebirth down, and that is this brick red. The shade is really, really pretty. I know I love reds. I know not everyone does. If my friend Caitlin House Makeup, if you happen to be watching, I know you hate reds. But I feel like this is a very wearable red. It's a brick red. Like I said, it's not like a primary color red. I did also want to bring that up again, saying primary, that when I was showing the Primal palette by Blend Bunny and comparing, I mean, not only are the tones different, but I also wanted to point out that in Primal, you have shimmers, just plain shimmers. That's all that are in that palette. But in here you have the special shades. So that's the other way that they are very, very different. But yeah, I think that this shade is a wearable red because you could really mix in and make it warmer by mixing in, you know, an orange. If you mixed pink into this, you could definitely pull this more pink. Yeah, I like it. Sorry, Caitlin, I love red. And I actually think red looks really good on Caitlin, even though she doesn't do it very often. But anywho, while I am chatting with you guys, I also wanted to talk a little bit about this price point just while I'm laying these down. By the way, I'm kind of doing a little bit of a halo eye here. So one thing that kind of happens when you're filming these videos with multiple looks over multiple days is from the time I started to now, I've seen chit chat, read chatter, heard things, had questions asked to myself about this palette. And one thing was the price. So like I said, it's $78. And I am going to judge this palette, you know, based on the price that it is. But so far I can say one reason why it's $78 is there are 10 multi-chromes in here. And I did bring that up at the beginning, but I just want to reiterate that you have to keep that in mind. This is not a palette full of just mattes, you know, that are cheaper to formulate. I also made the comparison. By the way, I'm about to go in with Ritual. This orange. Oh, this is a little too fluffy. What brush do I want to use? You know what? Hopefully we can make that work. We're just going to use Ritual. I'm a bit in a time crunch. I apologize, guys. I try to be, you know, thorough and give you guys a lot of looks, but inevitably I am also a very, 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 very busy mom. Very busy right now, as a matter of fact, in this stage of life. And sometimes you guys aren't gonna get the most professional me. I'm gonna go on a tangent real quick before I finish my other thought about the price. I saw a larger creator talking about some things here recently about like social media and presentation and all of that. And they were saying like how important it is, like, you know, to have really great equipment and lighting and professionalism, and like, you know, people aren't going to subscribe to you if you don't up that game and all that. Well, you know what, guys? We can't all be, you know, these ultra professional, everything's perfect at all moments. For me, this creator also has no kids. No shame to people who don't. I'm just saying life is different when you do have kids. And I do think there's value in creators who are busy, who are trying to do this, who also are trying to manage a household, get kids to and from a million practices and games a week, who still want to kind of make this a career. And I think that there are people out there that want to see people that they can identify with, that are like, oh, you know, her lighting may not be perfect. You know, she may had to start this video with lashes already and she's a bit in a rush, but she is doing 4 looks, and, you know, she is trying to give us the most honest review, and I can relate to that. I think there's value in that. So I kind of disagree with this creator, and I think she was kind of doing a disservice by saying something like that. I think it's a little out of touch for those of us that have other things to do outside of just YouTube videos. It makes it sound like, oh, then we can't be doing this as a career then. Like, she's basically saying, like, you can do it as a hobby, but you're not going to amount to anything if you don't have all this quality, like, you know, really professional videos. Okay, by the way, I'm putting on prayer here in the center to see what that looks like. I may change this up because I'm going to put the red shimmer. I just wanted to see what that looked like. Ooh, that is pretty. I do like that though. That is really, really pretty. Anyway, I'm kind of going on a tangent, but it just kind of bothered me because I'm like, you're basically now telling people not to take people seriously who don't have the fanciest equipment, you know, who are extremely polished, but that doesn't take away from honest opinions and reviews and, you know, sincerity, kindness, relatability, all of those things. I really like that. I could just leave it like that and that would be so pretty. Okay, but I do want to put Devotion, the red shimmer, on here to add. Ooh, I like that. I love a red shimmer. Caitlin, I'm going to convert you one day. It's really pretty. Okay, but enough of that. I had to get that off my chest. So let me go back to this price. I gave the example of, say, Huda Beauty, that their price point is about $10 less than this palette. However, okay, we're going to go lower lash line here. However, there may be just shimmers in there, not even like duochromes. I know they have different, what are we putting on the lower lash line? You know what, I'm just gonna go in with the Rebirth again, the red, and kind of keep this more monochromatic. So yes, the Huda, I know they have different types of formulas in there as far as like, you know, toppers, then that like marbled shimmer that they have, and then they'll have like, you know, really shifty sparkly, but they don't necessarily have multi-chromes, duochromes in their palettes. So you're getting essentially 12, because there's 10 multi-chrome, 2 duochrome in here, you know, plus the mattes for $10 more. And I think that's actually a fairly good deal. Okay, so I was catching this eye up off camera, and what's really cool is I took that Divine Light again, that bone shade, and I was trying to kind of clean up the red. It was uneven, but when you put that in, blend it into the red, it does create this pink hue. So it's just really I think it like ties together so well with the look. And I did go ahead and add the Ritual, the orange down here more towards this inner corner. So, okay, I've used every shade now in this palette. So really I could do whatever I wanted to for this inner corner. You know what? I can't decide if I should go like a little pop of blue, a little pop of green. I mean, I did say I was gonna do a Christmassy look, so let me just stick with that and do this. This is Ornate. This actually does look very Thanksgiving as well. If I left out the orange and just did the red and maybe use that Divine Light more to create like the pink, you could do, and green, you could do Christmas, or you could do Valentine's, you know, by doing the pink and maybe in the red and maybe doing the inner corner. Oh, that's cool, because it was over the orange, it turned that green more golden. But yeah, I think it would have been more Christmassy just had I not done the orange. But that's okay. I'm going to a Thanksgiving lunch for my daughter, so it kind of makes sense. All right, you guys, I think that looks super pretty. Okay, let me just clean up my liner a little bit and put on a lip, and we'll come back and wrap up all my thoughts about Resurrection. Okay, the cleanup has been finished. Got the lip on. I don't know if you guys can really tell, but I really like putting a multi-chrome over. I already had black liner down here, and then I did this yellow one, and it'll turn it kind of green. So I did that. Yeah, I really like this look. I think it's very festive. I think it does look more holiday now that I put on the red lip. So let me tell you guys what I really think about Resurrection. Okay. Love the packaging, love the theming. I think I forgot to mention that her whole concept with this is resurrection, like the beauty that is after darkness, which I think you can really see. It's reflected so well in this palette. Like, here's the beauty, the life, the rebirth after you have to go through some of this darkness here. Resurrection can mean, you know, literal, like biblical, or it can mean like just resurrection of your life, a new beginning, that there is light and color and joy after pain. I just think that is so cool, reflected perfectly here in Color Story. I had an amazing time with this palette. To be honest, my favorite look was the first one. I knew when I saw this, I was so drawn to this corner right here, this quad. I could wear that for the rest of my life and be happy. I really have no issues with any of the shades. This is the only one that I just don't know if it's because it broke, and it wasn't that it was bad. It's just, it was chunkier than the rest, and I wasn't prepared for that. But now that I know that, I can work around it. But otherwise, these were all very, very smooth, no creasing issues. The mattes all blended beautifully together. I personally think $78, I know that starts to get up there, that starts to get high. I just think we have to keep in mind what other brands are charging and what they're charging for. Like I said, Huda Beauty is $10 less, but you're getting normal type of shades with some like sparkly shimmers. You're not getting the expensive multi-chromes in there. You think brands like Adept, you know, they are, for a palette this size, a bigger size, they would probably, my guess, would go up to near $100, because right now the one coming out is a 15 pan, and I believe it's 60 something or 50 something. Anyway, that's, you know, quite a few shades less than this. So I think this is a fairly, you know, reasonable price, but I know that it is really pricey for a lot of people. Use my code. I don't get commission off of it, but you get to save 10%. So it comes out to $70. I think you will use it a lot. Now, if you're a neutral lover, there's really no neutrals in here unless you consider like grays and blacks, you know, neutrals, which I do. Just they're not like, you know, earthy neutrals in here. If you like grungy and you like pops of color and you also like dark smoky glam, this palette's amazing. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope it gives you an idea if you think that this palette is worth it or not. And you have to let me know what was your favorite look. And as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping.